All right, so we got guitar. We got guitars on this track, microphones on this track. This is Voxengo recorder. So I have been spending the last 30 to 45 minutes, maybe even close to an hour, trying to figure out what is absolutely necessary and what isn't. I've come to the conclusion that this is all that's needed. So I wouldn't say it was misinformation that I gave you in the comments section, but it was certainly maybe superfluous information, maybe more than necessary. I'm listening to monitoring back right now. I'm not hearing any cracklings. I'm not hearing any delays. I did try to replicate that stuff so that I could walk you through that if you haven't figured it out yet. But I couldn't duplicate that. And I remember when I first started setting this up, I had an issue with delay in the playback, or not playback, but in monitoring, listening to it in real time. I don't know how to duplicate that. I don't know how to do that. I'm not having that issue at all, and I forget why that issue was happening. I did figure it out through the very minimal resources that are out there, but I don't remember what caused it and what fixed it. So the master track here was with Voxengo is not armed for recording or for monitoring. These two tracks here are both armed for recording and armed for monitoring. Record monitoring is on both of these. I can play and talk into the microphone at the same time. If I can play it all. So there's no issues there. I'm not having any crackling. If you're not hearing any crackling, I'm certain of that because I've been going through this. Now you will hear crackling when if you're streaming the what others hear. I guess you call it the not sure what to call it. If this isn't set up correctly here, others will hear the crackling. Or if you do video as a test run and you listen back, you're going to hear a bunch of crackling, and this is going to be the issue right here. 128 is going to sound like absolute. 256 seems to be the sweet spot for me. Any higher? This is extreme, but it gives an example of if you have it too high and you're doing video of yourself, there's going to be delay in what people see. There's actually going to be delay from what people see to what they hear. So you'll be hitting the notes and it's going to be way far behind. So if you look at the level indicators here, you're probably seeing these go up before you actually buffer count. I think the lower it goes, the worse it gets on crackle. This probably sounds. I think 16 actually sounds okay. I stick with 8 though. You have to do whatever you think works best for you. Bit depth is 24. 16 probably works fine. I think even 32 sounds fine. I just keep it at 24. Keep it right in the middle. I keep it in the middle anyway. So that is the setup here. It's being sent to speakers VB audio voice meter, which I'm sure this is all kind of figured out for you. You kind of got this. And the same here, speakers VB audio voice meter aux. It's the same thing. Whatever Voxengo is, which is this as well. It's all the same thing here. Aux VAIO, which I think stands for video audio input out, something like that. I'm not sure. Hello. Uh-oh. There we go. That's pretty much it. As far as delay and sound goes, I think if you have this set up like this, it'll be fine. I'll show you my audio driver setup real quick. I'm not going to be able to, well, the microphone's not going to pick up anything. It's going to turn off the audio drivers when I do this, but I'll just show you real quick what my audio setup is in the Reaper. It should be good enough if you want to pause it, look over, and compare it to your setup. This is, I mean, this works for me. Like I said, I tried to duplicate the delay and the crackling because I remember having that same issue when I first started getting this up and going, and I could not duplicate it. I just couldn't do it. I don't know what the deal is. Of course, I have Voicemeeter running. Voicemeeter is there as a proxy to where Voxengo sends all this information to Voicemeeter, and then Voicemeeter sends it over to Streamlabs. I don't run Voicemeeter when I do anything else on the computer. I only use it for this specific purpose, which I have not done in a while. I've not done this in a while. So, like I said, nothing's being sent anywhere. This doesn't need to be armed for recording. These do. These need record monitoring on. This does not. Oops. Oh yeah. I wonder if you could just make a difference. Okay. Nice. That's pretty much it. I don't know if this is going to be helpful. Hopefully it is. Also, you have a different audio interface than I do. I have the most basic one where input 1 and XLR cable is the only thing that can be put into input 1, and in input 2 the only thing that can go into input 2 is a 1/4-inch jack. And if I remember correctly, it sounds like you already solved this issue, but I think the larger audio interfaces have an XLR and a 1/4-inch jack for one input. So you have the option to put an XLR cable or 1/4-inch jack into input 1, and the same with input 2. So I don't know. Just make sure that your XLR and your 1/4-inch jack are on separate inputs is what I'm trying to get at here. But it sounds like you already solved that issue. I don't know what else to say. This is my setup. It's basic, and I don't know, and I am not having any trouble with it. And this is the first time I started this up in months, I want to say, and I had no issues. I have a template saved, so all I have to do, I can show you real quick. If I go to, the audio driver is going to cut out, but I'll show you here a template. So this is kind of my template here. I actually added onto it to try to duplicate the issues you're having, but I wasn't able to. All right, so there we go. I'll actually probably save this as a new template for multiple, or 2 here, things. But that, hopefully that's helpful. If it's not, I apologize. I am not an expert, but I'm always willing to try and troubleshoot the issue, because there is a way to do, there's a way to find out what the issues are. So, but this is pretty simple. Like I said, if there's anything I missed, let me know. If it helped you out, cool, let me know. I wish you the best. Good luck.